Okay guys, something a little different today. We're going to be machining some plastic. This is a friend of mine at work, and he bought this, and what it is it's a I guess it's like a pole anchor for a kayak. I'm sure they got a name for it, but I have no idea what it is. And the way it works is this mounts to the kayak. You got a hole here, and you've got a shaft, got a point on one end, threaded insert on the other, and there's another shaft that screws into this, so it makes it twice as long. I think he said it's like 12 foot long. And basically all it does is this part mounts solid to the kayak. You put this pole down there and you run it all the way down into the bottom of the lake bed or wherever you're fishing, and it holds the kayak right where you want it to stay. Well, you see how sloppy, this hole is right here? The problem is he doesn't want to have to pull this all the way up and out and break it down and put it in his kayak. He wants something that will allow this to clamp, so he can just pull it up, tighten it up, and it clamps it right there to where now he can paddle to his next fishing spot, unloosen it, or rather loosen it, and then push it down, run it into the ground, and whenever he's ready, pull it back up, clamp it, and they just stay put right where they're at. So I'm going to machine basically a bushing that fits in this either real tight or maybe with a set screw, and then it's going to have a screw on it, a hand screw, to where you can tighten it up and it clamps around this carbon fiber shaft. That way he can pull it up, clamp it, and it just stays wherever he wants to put it. So basically we're going to machine a bushing with a slot in it so that it's compressible and will clamp around this. So let me get set up and I'll kind of show you what we're doing. All right guys, so the first thing I want to do is, the material we're using is a piece of Delrin. Now this is 2 inches in diameter, and as you can see, it's a little bit bigger than the diameter of this right here. So I'm going to measure this, and we're going to machine this down to the right diameter. Okay, it looks like we've got about 1 3/4 inches. This is 2-inch material, so we just got a little bit to take off, not much, and then we'll get started with the rest of it. We'll spin this up at about 800 RPM. And here we go. I'm just going to face this off to start with. That's 83.5. Perfect fit. So basically this piece here is going to be pressed down into this piece. So it's going to sit like that. And then I'm going to slit this all the way down and then machine a hole here on the side with a thumb screw that will cinch this up and clamp around the shaft. So I think, actually I'm going to round this corner right here. I'm going to round this and then the lathe work will be done. Perfect. So now I've got to cut a slit in it, drill a hole, thread it. And actually, I think what I'm going to do, now that I think about it, yeah, perfect. So now that last bit will be pressed into this. All right, so let me get set up over here on the mill. All right, guys, so I've just eyeballed the center of this end mill to the edge of the material here. So I just brought it down. I came in this way, made sure that it was pretty much centered up. Nothing about this is super precision. So, and I'm just going to come over and again, I'm just going to eyeball roughly the center. And we're just going to put a flat spot face on that. And that should be plenty right there. Now, I'm going to come in and we're going to drill a hole all the way through that. So I'm going to set my digital readout to 0. Got a number 7 drill bit because we're going to tap this quarter 20. And if this was metal, I would center drill it, but I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. All right. And that should do it. I am going to have to run this tap all the way through by hand because my chuck caught on the one of the jaws of this chuck. So I'm just going to run this in by hand, and actually what we can do here just to make it easy. There we go. A little bit of cleanup around the edges. And now I've just got to make a knob, threaded knob, that's coming next. That's going to screw into this and cinch this up around that shaft. So I'm going to get set up for that. should be 1/4 inch, and it is. Now we're going to go 400 thousandths. Single point some 1/4 20 threads. Perfect. we're just going to do a little knurling. We're going to go with it. So basically, what you've got okay, so he can slide this anywhere he wants, tighten it up, and it locks down on it. Now, since this is plastic, I'm going to have to tell him not to get overly aggressive with tightening it up. It doesn't take much to clamp down around it. If he does ever strip these threads out, then we'll try to put an insert in there, a metal insert. But hopefully he doesn't strip those out. Anyway, that's basically how this works. Obviously, this piece here will be pressed down into this. He'll have to figure out where he wants the slit positioned, and then he'll be able to put a shaft in there and then compress it down wherever he wants. Anyway, that's pretty much it. You guys take care.